None of us break the speed limit, but if we wanted to, of course we can as an individual do that. Yep. So I think certainly limits will come on like that, don't you?
Yeah, well, it's the never-ending argument, right, of safety versus freedom, because when you talk about making somebody safe, the only way you can do that is to remove their freedom. So this is what they do. They say, humans crash cars, humans can't be trusted, we're going to put this limit in place for your safety. And they're right, it is more safe, but then your freedom is eroded, and then you have to trust the people who are taking your freedom away to never abuse.
Hey, how y'all gonna do the Asian Matt?
Use their power. And anybody who's read a history book and understands human nature knows that power is always going to be abused. So it's unfortunate, kind of, you know, it's hard on both sides. If you oppose it, they're like, well, don't you care about people who die in car crashes? And then if you say the other way around, it goes the other way around. So it's interesting, but the world is becoming draconian. I like to think we're fighting back, especially with the big tech censorship. That stuff's starting to go in our favor a little bit.
That's what I was going to say. Actually, big tech censored you. And if you could undo that censorship, would you?
I think they failed. How am I censored? I'm the first person who's been canceled where it's absolutely monumentally failed. And I think there's a bunch of pressure behind the dam. I think a lot of people are pissed off with these people. But what holds people back?
I'll be back in an hour. Just let me know if you want to react.
Once somebody like me proves
I will get your right video.
Put a crack in the dam. I think it's gonna break. I think a lot of people sit there and go, you know what? Tate got canceled. He's fine. So I'll say what I mean now, and I'll say what I mean now. They can't ban everybody, right? They can't ban everyone.
Do you feel that it's impacted you in people reaching out to you though, with not having a direct link to yourself?
I mean, we had you on Instagram before, and we're like, oh no, he's gone now. We can't get in touch with you.
Yeah, I'm a little bit harder to reach, but I'm not complaining about that, to be honest. There's more work involved, perhaps, in getting my message out sometimes. But I'm now on Rumble, which has been fantastic to me, which is a YouTube competitor, and I have to give them a shout out because they've been completely fantastic. And it is amazing how.
Follow me on Rumble. Command too. Link in the description, bro. They hit the link. You know, see me straight there. All my videos, everything gonna be there. Upload that on Rumble every day as well too. Go follow my Rumble.
Quickly you adapt to the idea of being able to speak absolutely uncensored. Because even if you don't think you're censoring yourself on a platform like YouTube, you are. You may not think you are, but you're still sitting going, let me say it this way.
Yep.
If I'm gonna mention this, you know, the flu we all had to hide from, let me say it this way. That once you get used to just saying whatever you want, it's pretty refreshing. So Rumble's been absolutely amazing to me, and I think a lot of people are moving over there and making up backup channels on there. But yeah, and then Elon came.
I felt that, bro. See, I definitely gotta censor myself. I always gotta sugarcoat shit. Fuck censorship.
And unbanned me and bought Twitter. So we're starting to win a little bit, which I think is good, because I think that without truth and without free speech, we were always going to head to absolute tyranny and slavery.
True.
Does Rumble give you access to your own data? Because I think that's a big thing, like owning your own email list even. And YouTube, you can't do that. All the other platforms, you can't.
Yeah, you can own your own subscribers with Rumble.
You can?
Yeah,
okay,
so
that's awesome.
I would look into it heavily. And the CEO, Chris, is really a hero for free speech. And then obviously Elon on the other side with Twitter. That's why I can't insult Tesla anymore. So I'm sorry. I shut up now.
How did it happen with Twitter? How did they actually get you back on? What was the process?
I just got an email saying log in.
Simple as that.
That was it, yeah.
Job done.
I was like, okay. So that was it. So
Today we made the really hard decision not to work with a sponsor on this podcast episode. And it was hard because sponsors support the show. They allow us to do what we love to do. But we had to say no because they wanted us to take out all the most important parts and censor this episode. And we just couldn't do that, could we?
We couldn't do that because it'd end up losing all the juicy bits, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And Tate, it's full of those. So instead, we thought we'd take this opportunity to talk about our free Discord community, which you can join with the link down in the description.
And there's nearly 15,000 like-minded entrepreneurs striking it big together.
All right, we're
for free entrepreneurs up in there too. Shit.
We're going to shut up now and get back to the podcast. But
tell y'all, bro, one thing Tate said that will keep you poor. You're not perspicacious. This man just literally just said that they got a freaking free Discord community with entrepreneurs. I know I'm not trying to work for nobody else for the rest of my damn life. I'm tired of scrubbing toilets. I'm tired of scrubbing toilets. You understand me? It's cool when they do it.
But if you want to join that, we'd really love to see you in there. So the link will be in the description below. Anyway, back to the show.
Obviously, you've mentioned free speech there. Do you believe 100% in everything that you say and everything you put out there? Or is some of it just to poke the bear and cause controversy?
I believe in every point I make. However, there are points I make in a deliberately aggressive fashion to upset people. Yeah, I do that.
I'm going to look into that later. I'm looking into it later.
Do you think that bites back at you a little bit? A little bit too much sometimes, or?
Perhaps it can do, but you know, I'm not afraid of, I mean, I'll state right here. I've had a lot of people say, "What's it like to be canceled?" And the whole world hated you, and everyone was out to get you, and there was all these people trying to contact your family and dox their addresses, and I didn't give a fuck. I don't care.
All right, I'm done.
Maybe I'm supposed to care, but I've had real problems in my life. I'm not some YouTuber. I've done real things with real difficulty and real issues. People writing hate comments about me, some dork with an anon account. I couldn't possibly care less. It doesn't bother me. So because it doesn't bother me, I guess that influences how I talk, right? But I want to get my point across as compendiously and poignantly as possible. And I think that the aggression being involved in some of the things I'm saying is necessary for people to truly understand them. I think that's the reality of the world. So I'm going to say it exactly how I feel it. And that's how I feel it. And if people want to cry about it, they can cry in the comments section. I don't read the comments. I don't have an account. So I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm banned.
Do you think if the majority...
Y'all can't tell me this nigga... Hey, y'all can't tell me he don't look like a baby Elon.
people actually hated you and disliked you, you would actually be a bit more worried for your safety.
Well, that's the thing. Very few people actually hate me. Since this whole cancellation and I've been walking around, et cetera, I have yet to have a single negative interaction with anybody. Male, female, adult, child, everyone loves me. The people want me to take pictures with their kids, and the women come up and they say, we love everything you say about traditionally masculine men. And I've never even had the women hate me, considering I'm this evil misogynist. Everybody likes me. But obviously there's a contingent of people who are strange in the world. But I speak my truth because I believe it's my job as a man to speak my truth. I don't do it to be liked. I speak it because I believe it, and I'm always going to do that. And if public sentiment shifted and everyone decided to hate me, I would continue to say exactly what I'm saying because it's what I believe. I'm speaking for a large group of people who feel the same way I do. I haven't put a magic spell on the world. There's a large group of people who agree with what I say.
Yep.
And it hasn't been said before, and I'm out here saying it, so they're going to be fervent fans. And also, I feel like a lot of the people who are fans of mine and genuinely listen to my advice, their lives improve. And that's where you have this.
You talking about? I'm watching. It's trying to give me a slick shout out. He just can't show favoritism and say, of course, it was Peewee that did this. You know, he working out every day and said he in the real work to get bread. He talking. I know.
Passionate response, because if you've become a Tate fan in the last 2 years, you started to really study stoicism and really go to the gym and get in good shape and get your finances right, etc. Your life in real time has improved. So you're saying Tate's bad. He's made my life good. So I like it. So they're very passionate in their defense of me, which is fantastic. And then you have the other side, the slave mind.
Here's one thing you need to do before you buy anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
Don't tell me what the hell I do, boy. You understand me, goddamn it?
Watch this.
You understand me, goddamn it?
The slave minds who obey anything they're told by the MSM, who've been told that I'm somehow evil. So they're passionate about disliking me. And it's interesting because the mainstream media still seems to have this power to convince these slave-minded people to believe that someone's evil with basically no evidence. It's truly...
Yeah, it's so crazy because every time they speak on like mainstream media saying this and slave mind and mind control, bro, it's crazy because I used to be one of them, bro. I hated Trump for no reason. Then he must know that nigga. Then he must, bro. I heard everybody else saying, "Oh yeah, Trump gonna be this. Trump did this. Trump did that. Trump's such bad, bro." Not even much knowing a single fuck. And then everybody saying, "Oh, Obama good. Obama good for this. He a good president." I didn't even know shit about Obama besides he was black. Still don't know shit about him, bro. But the fact that we don't think for ourselves, bro, really opened up my mind for real too, bro.
See, speaking about that, I even screenshotted it when I was doing some research for this. I found an article.
You guys don't have coffee? You guys need coffee.
To be honest, I need a Red Bull at some point.
You need like 20 coffees a day.
The first thing that came up when I Googled you is inside the violent, misogynistic world of TikTok's new star.
The violent, misogynistic world. You know what's crazy about
That's the first thing that came up.
How many things can they throw at you, you know?
Yeah, this is the Guardian.
Nigga called this boy a TikTok star. Me personally, I'm not taking it. Ain't nobody calling me no TikTok star. That shit disrespectful. Respect me as a YouTuber, a streamer, a content creator. Don't call me no fucking TikTok star.
Guardian.
It was the Guardian.
I'd love to walk into the Guardian HQ and see all these nerds sitting, these fucking dorks sitting there on their little computers typing away. What's amazing to me is this. Nobody seems to want to point out the fact that I am now, like you just stated, the most Googled, most famous person on the planet. Not a single female has come out and accused me of rape. Not a single female has come out and accused me of domestic violence. Not a single female has come out and said I had a negative interaction with Andrew. He was a mean person. In fact, if you were to put me up in terms of performance metrics against other people of my fame, I'm the least misogynistic man on the planet. And these fucking clowns sit here writing shit, pretending I'm somehow evil because they're slave-minded.
Yep.
These people work for the Matrix. They're
Do what they're told.
agents of the Matrix themselves. They don't truly understand what they're doing.
Agreed.
They are programmed completely.
Agreed.
And this last 3 years has shown how programmed people can be. People can literally throw away their common sense, throw away their observation skills,
Yep.
and sit there and just absorb programming and say, Andrew is bad. Inflation is good. And they're just clowns. They're clowns. I would love to sit down with the clown who wrote that article and say, why am I bad? And if we had a podcast with
You're gonna be like, well, I don't know.
that person, whoever they are, that nobody, because they're a nobody, that brokey, across an hour, I would decimate them. I would destroy them. And they know it. They'd make a fool of themselves. So they just sit there and go, and hide back in their cave to talk more shit. Clowns.
Do you think the powers that be have pushed it too far recently with lockdown, and that's why you had this rise? Or was there another reason behind? Because you've been doing social media for a long time, and the last couple of years of where you've really exploded. What's the reason behind that, in your opinion?
Power is a funny thing. And most people who have power in their lives don't understand exactly how power works. And power is a fantastic thing to wield, but there's always a line. And once you overstep that line, you have a difficult choice. So we can apply it to, let's say, a government. If you're a government, you have power. If people start to riot, you can send the riot police. That's fine. But if people continue to riot and you continue to be more and more draconian and you send the riot police to, let's say, shoot at unarmed people in a crowd, like they did in Romania in 1989, for example, once you overstep the line with power, people no longer trust you with power. Once they don't trust you with power, you have mass rebellion and things must change. People who've been in charge of information for a very long time had the power, but it got to the point where after lying to everybody for 3 years, nobody trusts them with the power anymore. You can't decide what I get to read because I trusted you to decide what was good and bad for me, and you completely ruined it. So yeah, a lot of people, anyone with a brain, anyone who doesn't work for the fucking Guardian, has clowns.
I think most people our age don't trust
who wrote
newspapers.
the article? Who wrote the article? Tell me their name. Look it up.
Let's name and shame this
Name and
guy.
shame this clown.
It'll take me a minute. Hold on.
So once you can't be trusted with power anymore, now what do? Right? Because nobody wants them to have power. So people are trying to seek out information in alternative ways. So yeah, there is some divine timing with my rise. Certainly, there is some divine timing with it. But yeah, also it still takes bravery to stand up and speak out because I have had genuine real world detriment for doing what I've done.
Okay, it's Shanti Das.
Shanti Das. I challenge Shanti Das to a debate and have a nice long conversation and absolutely destroy her so that she can sit there and make a fool of herself.
Well, I think their offices are quite close, so we could shout out from the window and get them over.
Shanti Das. Yeah, anyway. But yeah, they're not trusted with power anymore. So it's an interesting change of the guard. It's going to be interesting to see who comes into place. But there has been real world detriment to doing what I've done. They did delete me across all social medias and delete me on every app on
Free Top G.
my phone and freeze all my bank accounts and try and raise criminal charges against me for things I haven't done. And there has been real consequences.
So how did you get around them freezing your bank accounts?
Well, you don't, do you? You have to just deal with the long legal process of having 7 or 8 bank accounts and millions of pounds frozen. And they just issue AFOs and they just freeze it. So,
Damn, but they make sure they don't talk about that though. Damn. Freezing your money is crazy, bro. Just taking your money. That's crazy, bro.
this is the thing. It all ties into how deep you go into the matrix. Is the money that you have yours? Is the house that you own yours? Is any of it yours? You piss off a government. Piss off a government and tell me what's still yours. And you'll soon learn that none of it is yours. You think you own it. That's my money. I worked for it. I paid my taxes on it, so it's mine. No, it's not.
So bearing that in mind, are you worried about what you own? Because if it's not yours, they can take it away, and you are speaking out against them.
I don't own anything.
I've heard you say that a few
So can you
times.
Yeah. And it's, bro, I watch a lot of these million